Luke, see if Jordan can hear you.
Jordan, can you hear me? He
You
can't
couldn't
hear
hear a
us.
second ago. All right, I'm gonna
I,
text him.
I, I can
Well,
hear
hey, you know
you.
what? Let's just introduce him and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
View, gallery, boom, here we are. Look at us. We're a team.
Yeah.
Also, I did a podcast recently. Hey, there he is. You got AirPods
Yo,
on,
I
kiddo?
can. Yep.
You
Yeah,
have
can
your
you guys
AirPods?
hear me?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I have been. Hey,
Okay, cool.
buddies.
Hey,
What's up, guys?
not
Nice.
much. Yeah, I had this snazzy podcast recording thing that's like Zoom, but it
Hmm.
records on everyone's local computer as well.
Ooh,
Oh, right on.
that's
Oh,
cool.
cool.
What's that
Yeah.
called?
I was gonna look it up because I didn't prepare for this because I was at yoga and then yoga nidra and I almost fell asleep.
Nice.
And then I got a coffee and then an almond croissant and then I came back and there were bagels and now I'm drinking this juice.
Damn, that's Pigeon's tour life right there,
Yummy.
baby. Let's go.
Let's do it, baby.
I love it. I love it.
All right, well, we're finally back to basics, season 3. Long time coming.
Wow.
Hey.
Well, I can't believe it.
Jordan,
Season 3, and it started so organically. We just couldn't live
Trace,
without it.
Trace,
Yeah, we're back.
baby.
Back to Basics 3.
Yeah, okay. All right. Cool.
Audio's like cutting like in and out for me a little bit.
Yeah, I'm hearing like a lot of interference. That might be on you, Ben. You hear that too, Jordan?
Yeah, I'm hearing it. It's like a
You don't hear it, Ben?
flickering sound.
Yeah, it's kind of intermittent. It kind of just stopped.
Is it when I talk?
It's good. It's good now.
Yeah, it kind of seems like when you talk.
Well, fuck me. Hang on.
Podding from the venue, baby.
Yeah, there we go.
Is that better?
Think so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not on my AirPods anymore. That's probably part of it.
Yeah, we're not sponsored by Apple, so we're not going to use their product. Jordan, we can't see it from your hair, so don't worry. We'll just say you're using some like off-brand.
Yesterday we
Yeah,
did
right.
come down
Using
and
gas station AirPods.
couldn't turn on right, or like was frozen or something. So I was like, Apple, what the hell? Give me a free computer.
For your laptop or your headphones?
My laptop, it had died, and I tried plugging it in to show the Source Audio Neuro Hub scenario, and it wasn't responding. And I was like, "What up, Apple? Hook it up."
Yeah.
What
Are
up,
they going to
Apple?
hook it up?
Let me see if I can just get these subpar AirPods to do what I want to do. Are you guys able to record locally on your computer as well, so we have backups?
Let's see.
I might have to allow it.
Where do you go to record?
It's just
Yeah, I
at the
haven't seen
bottom.
Zoom in years.
If you full
Yeah.
screen it, it'll say
Oh,
record.
yep, got you.
I might have to authorize it.
Cool. All right, I just sent a request to you to authorize
That's
it.
awesome. All right, Jordan, you do the same thing? Are you on your phone or computer?
I'm on my computer.
Hell yeah, dude. Is it an Apple Mac?
Yes.
Dude, look at us. Blue fam.
Look at us. Wait, how do I do the screen record thingy?
Full screen it, and then we'll do at the bottom.
I'm full screen, but I'm not seeing it at the bottom.
Well, okay.
Well, we'll probably be all right with me and you both. We have one backup at least.
Yeah. What else? Oh, yeah. This. So yeah, while I'm fixing around, why don't you tell the people how you two have acquainted and how it's been going?
Jordan and my love story is
Yes.
very Romeo and Juliet tale of star-crossed lovers.
Okay.
Just meeting outside of a venue in Charlotte, North Carolina, I think, right?
Yeah, actually, Daryl, what was the first show that the special run? Charlotte, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. By the way, I am actually on my way to Atlanta with Tand.
Hey,
What's up, boys?
What up, y'all?
Yeah, we're on our way up to Atlanta to go do our final night supporting Pigeons in Atlanta at a Variety Playhouse.
Dope.
But yeah, Luke, we first met. We supported you guys for like 4 Southeast shows. That was so much fun.
Yeah, that was great, man. That was a blast, and you guys know what it's like when you're on the road with another band. Like by the last show, you guys are doing like collaborations, and it's more loose and comfy.
Oh, for sure.
And we did Head Like a Hole during your guys' set in Charleston, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that was
great. That was a blast. I love being able to cover Nine Inch Nails with like keys and not trying to do it in like, a trio context is challenging.
Yeah, I just felt bad because the one time we covered that song before, we were doing like a collaboration with the guys from Guavatron and their keyboard player Rodney. He like learned it like perfectly, and I don't even think I played anything. I just like had a megaphone and I like screamed during the chorus or something like that.
No, dude, that's
the one other time we played it.
That's what you need to do for Nine Inch Nails cover. People learning a Nine Inch Nails song like note for note is not helpful. Screaming into a megaphone is what you need to do.
Yes.
Right. I mean, it really is, man. And especially when you're covering like Head Like a Hole, that's off like their early albums, man. It's so much just like white noise and lo-fi and like chaos.
Yes.
Man, it's a band. Like if you're gonna cover, you kind of need to do your own thing, because even Nine Inch Nails live doesn't sound like their early recordings when it's just
Totally. Like some of the lo-fi stuff doesn't super duper translate the same live, so you just gotta kind of circle. That's like what we're doing a lot in Tan now. A while ago we talked about like, hey, let's just learn as many covers as possible, but now it's like actually like forget that. Let's just like pick some cool stuff, really make it our own, and try to tap into some of like the authenticity of like some of like the iconic parts of certain songs and covers, but really just try to make it our own and stretch it out.
What's the point of
which way possible?
Right.
What's the point of playing a cover if you're just going to play it exactly as is? In my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was a big takeaway this past week with you, Ben. Just the way you guys kind of like redo some of your own covers, but it's still retaining a lot of like, oh, like this riff, like here. It's like, I don't know. To me, just as a super nerd for certain bands, like hearing other bands cover, it's really nice to hear like, oh, okay, cool, they left that there, and stay true while still inflecting or reflecting like themselves like in the cover and whatnot.
Yeah, I was listening back to our cover of Airbag, and that one we do very close to how it is, and that's because that song fucks so hard. It's like, all right, let's just do that one. And then
isn't that the bass line for that song is just like, you're talking about Radiohead's Airbag, right?
Yeah, it's like it's like so like sparse. It's perfect.
It's super and isn't it just like kind of so there's something about that song, either the drum part or a bass are just like a loop that just like happens. It's just like this thing that kind of repeats. Like it's very choppy.
Yeah, I think like more like the drums and the way it's recorded, just like compressed to like high hell. It's so good. Then like sleigh bells in the background.
Right.
The bass comes in so much later than we do live. It just like holds for so long, which is cool. And it doesn't follow the chord change in the chorus to the E. So I just had I do that because
sure
kind of needs that if you're playing it live.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But then that outro jam too. With like the fucking choppy drums and shit.
And it stops. Yeah, it's so fun.
Yeah, the Radiohead stuff was really fun to learn this past Halloween.
Yeah, so you guys, what was the theme set for the Pigeons Halloween show?
Talking Radioheads.
Right. So do you guys still do a lot of those songs in your sets, or do you kind of just pick the ones you feel like the tightest or the ones that are the most fun to repeat in sets?
A little bit of column A, a little column B. We did the Foo Fighters the year before, and we've been pulling a lot of Foo Fighters out from there. We just, since we have done those 2 more recently and we're hitting new markets we haven't really done since then, we're pulling from those rather than going into like another thing like the Daft Punk, or I call it Daft Punk Floyd, but Daft Side of the Moon.
Daft Punk Floyd, that might have been a missed opportunity.
I want to do Daft Punk Floyd and then do some punk songs too, but
that's cool.
I'm only one person, but we did do that at Halloween, which was fucking murdering. It was
I was there. That was the last time I think I've seen you eye to eye.
I snuck you and your ladies in the back.
Classic.
I'm still hating myself for missing it.
Yeah.
What are you hating myself for missing? We did Hula the first day. We were like first act at a Hallow stage. And I stayed that night, but then I left the next morning. That being said, the past like 3 months leading up to that 10 was like out quite a bit. I was just like, I'm over music. I just want to go home and play with my dog.
Totally.
I'll see all these guys.
That I sparkle with that statement a lot.
Is that a Rick and Morty reference? The episode Does It Sparkle?
No, that is a South Park episode when they all sparkle.
Oh wow, I should have. That's fucked up. I didn't get that.
Hey, you know what? It's all good.
But yeah, I missed the last 10 seconds. I think my thing cut out for a second.
I got a wrong reference. Don't worry about it.
Is his audio choppy? Because it is for me. But if you're good, then we're recording.
A little bit.
The audio is working. For a second, it was both. Now, yep. Now it's all good. Now.
It's good. I'm hearing a little bit of a clicking when Jordan's.
Yeah,
talking.
Jordan, you sure you can't record on there, buddy? Let's get you recording.
I know. How do I do that?
I am going to look into this other program and probably get it. It costs like a little bit of money, but I'll just make Luke pay for it.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm pretty sure I get, if I do just like screen record like on my Mac, does it also record audio?
The audio is the more important part, but I'm wondering, why don't you just pull up your voice memo on your phone and just just record that?
Are you doing it on Audacity as well, Ben? Are you recording the audio separately?
No, it's just all through Zoom. If I don't have my interface where I can do
right.
Are you?
Oh shit.
I do have. I'm going through an interface, but I'm not running it through Audacity.
Zoom also does a WAV file.
Right.
So I'll have that, but I don't know.
This is the authenticity of THREE Bassics recording in 3 different parts of the country.
There's a band, I forget the name. Brett, our tour manager, is friends with them in Atlanta. He's from Atlanta. They're playing After Party at Aisle 5 Friday. Unfortunately, well, you guys are gonna be there Friday. Yo, Jordan.
Yeah, but I think we're leaving after the set though.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're
We're
playing Big Bottom Girls with 3 basses.
Oh my god.
Jordan.
Might have to ruin my credit and get a one-way home.
Yeah, that's right, baby.
I literally just Umphreys did that on their New Year's run when we were with them at the Riviera. They did it. They had Mike Portnoy from Dream Theater on bass for it.
That's great.
Yo, it was so funny.
Yeah, I think
what's the band that you're playing with?
I should know it. I'll find out. I think I was gonna get Jeremy to do the third one if he wants to. He probably won't want to because he's a shy little tweety bird.
There's nothing to get you to step out of your shell more than a 3 bassist cover of Big Bottom
Girls. Telling you, man. What the fuck is it called?
How's the run been going with you guys then? So it's how many shows has it been Tanned and Pigeons? It's been like 4 shows?
5 and the 6th one tomorrow.
No. 4.5 if you count the underbelly.
Okay.
Hey, we got to finish our set.
Hey, we sold out that venue twice.
Right. So it was you guys oversold tickets and they canceled the show?
Shit, bro. Underbelly.
This is your fault, dude.
Underbelly has been overselling that thing for a long time now, and the fire marshal came this time. Our theory is that someone got shut out and they got pissed off and called the fire marshal, but also it just was going to happen and it's unsafe and smoke detectors are covered.
We were trapped. We were trapped in like the mini like green room on the side of the stage. We just couldn't even get out. We were all just like trapped in that little room.
Whoa, that's kind of scary. You know what I mean? Like God forbid a situation happens there. Dude, that's a terrifying scenario.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like I don't know. I just feel like we're so weird about it.
A lot of times I'm grateful to be on
really
stage because it seems like it would suck to be in the crowd. It's nice to be performing and doing music that way, but sometimes like I like being up here rather than being down there.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Certainly has to have the escape door out back.
Yeah, you on the stage you need like a trap door with like a fireman's pole.
Have you guys had like we played in Colorado somewhere outside at like Breckenridge maybe? I forget which one, but some outdoor stage, and then we had the security meeting and they came up. It's like, okay, so if there's an active shooter situation, all the lights come on white, you guys drop down and here's your exit point. And I was like, oh, cool. Wow. I guess we're probably pretty visual targets here if that happens.
The world we live in now.
Now, let me ask you guys this on a slightly lighter note. How many people have attempted to crash your stage as you jousted them off with your bass and then pushed them straight into security at Peach main stage and had them taken off?
Wow.
Haven't done that on a big stage, but I do bar gigs like 5 nights a week. Do that whole like hustle when I'm not on the road with Tan.
Nice.
So I've definitely been in similar scenarios. Then I've been doing it. I was like So you just have this like little like weird like Jewish kid with like braces just like pushing you away with like a bass, and then you'll fall into a monitor.
Hey man,
it's like crazy like drunk people, but
wow, yeah. I mean, keep in mind you have a weapon
can you play
of
Country
defense.
Roads?
Yeah, those are. That's how you cut your teeth. So what happened, Ben? This guy tried to jump on stage, and you had to joust him, or did you go? Did you go like spear him, or did you like bunt him?
I didn't joust him. I cross-checked him.
Yeah.
So in that situation, this was my third time with a stage crasher. The first time I was just like up here in the zone. We were at Backwoods Pond Fest, I think, up in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, up in upstate New York. Yeah.
And there's a video somewhere, we should find it. There was just this like real bath salty naked dude dancing up front.
Bath salty
naked, tiny cock. And
Backwoods fam.
Dude, he turns around and runs like towards the crowd a little bit, then turns back around and grabs a rage stick and comes straight at the barrier where the security guard is. Security guard steps aside like, fuck this, I'm not getting involved. He vaults over the barrier, straight up on the stage, right past me just like this. Greg turns his head, goes straight into the drum riser, falls into Gator's drum pad. This was like his first summer with us. Ooh. And then falls straight off the back of the stage, knocking over a case with a light on it into a patch of poison ivy.
I mean, that's karma, I guess.
And then you actually hear Jeremy finishes going, no, like he kind of like plays.
He played him off.
Yeah. And then the kicker is the next day. Whoa. You know, I don't know if you met Gator, or you got to know Gator very much, Jordan. Luke, obviously, you and Gator are
my boy.
Best buds.
That's my boy.
But they hit him up the next day and were like, you know, he's like, can he like pay for the stand that he broke? It was like $70, $100. And they're like,
yeah, good.
So they come, they know the kid somehow, and they get him on a golf cart. They pick Gator up. I went with him. And we go over to the kid, and they're like telling him like, so hey man, you gotta like say sorry for like blah blah blah. And Gator's like, I don't need to see this fucking dude.
Yeah.
They didn't kick him out. He stayed. And he's like, I'm sorry. He was like, I don't fucking know. So that was one.
Meanwhile, like a music festival, you get like tackled if you have like an open water bottle.
Right. Yeah, that's dude. Okay, first off, that is on the festival, like from top to bottom. Kick the kid out, pay for the damage that you weren't able to like protect from the band that you're responsible for. What do you instead? It's gonna be like this like schoolyard bully.
If you say sorry, you get a backstage.
Yeah. Like this is like when you pick on a kid and the mom is like, "All right, I'm driving you to their house and you're apologizing." It's like this kid was spun out on bath salts and assaulted somebody. Like, no, you go to jail. You don't apologize.
To sign his ass cheeks after. That was nice.
Gator signed his ass cheek?
No.
Oh, that's good.
That's what it sounds like.
He brands him for life.
Yeah.
You'll never forget what you did.
Pistol whipped him with a drumstick.
Yeah, that would be, you know what I mean? I don't want, I'm not trying to be controversial, but that punishment is in order.
After that time, I'm like, okay, this isn't happening again. I'm gonna start paying attention to some shit. So the next time was the night before New Year's, 1 or 2 nights before New Year's. I think it was 2 nights before in Richmond at the Broadberry.
Shout out!
Yeah, hey, look at that!
I don't know if you could read, but this is the Broadberry.
No, that's a terrible advertisement for their brand.
I know, but that's why I was so obsessed with it. I was like, sick. You can't read anything. It's metal as fuck.
Yeah.
This is a Broadberry
That's metal aesthetic, yeah.
That's,
Yeah. Okay, sorry to interrupt. That's a great shout out. We gotta cross promote with them.
I would never have known that said Broadberry. So
I think that's part of the
one more time. Shout out Broadberry. Shout out Broadberry. I had gone to see Fish the night before in New York City with Carly Shields, who you know, Luke, right?
Yeah.
And she said she'd drive after. She got drunk, or was tripping or something. I don't know. I did some nitrous. Maybe I'm fully sober driving, of course, the whole time. But I was mostly sober. But it was like a 6-hour drive to Richmond, and we had load in the next day at 11 or 12 or something. And I almost didn't make the drive back. I had to pull over at a rest stop and just close my eyes for a sec. Got back at 7 in the morning, some shit like that. Yeah. Anyway, super tired. So the next night, I believe I had a little bit of assistance from some type of soda product that alleviated the tiredness of sorts. Pepsi or something like that. I'm not sure what it was.
Shout out Pepsi.
Shout out Pepsi. And
you guys are Pepsi guys?
Huh?
Sorry to interrupt.
We're sponsored by Pepsi, Jordan. You're a Pepsi guy on this pod, dude.
So anyway, I'd been doing cocaine that night, and
it wasn't Pepsi.
It wasn't
Pepsi or Coke challenge.
Yeah. Cool.
Right,
I was a little bit like, in my element of, hey, fuck you. Never a good thing. Kids don't do drugs ever, at all.
Or Pepsi.
Don't do Pepsi, man. That shit is bad for you. If you're gonna do either, you should do Coke for sure. Get a testing kit if you're gonna do it. Make sure it's real Pepsi.
If you're gonna take the Pepsi challenge,
yeah,
get a fentanyl kit.
Well, if you fail the Coke challenge, you just die.
Yes, it's a tough one.
There's that.
Yeah.
So this kid, this super dreaded out kid. I guess they call them whoops in the business.
Oh, that's a unique nickname.
Yeah, I just came up with that.
Oh, I thought you meant that's what they called him. Like his alias was Wooks.
No, his alias
I was like, that's bad.
Alias was
Wooks with an X.
Who climbed up onto the stage and started trying to like sing into the mic next to Greg while Greg's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Monitor guy was his first day, so he looked at me like, what do I do? And I'm like, something? Anything? So I used a technique I had seen once before on Fish Slot when I was walking through Shakedown, and I see this another long haired, knotted, dreaded wook, as they're called, running through the crowd, and plainclothes officers running after him. And the way they took him down was they grabbed him by the dreads and pulled him straight down to the ground.
Oof. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so I see this guy with the long dreads right next to me on crashing my stage, so I just grab him by the dreads, pull him straight to the ground.
Whoa.
Pull him off into our backstage through the doors, right into our Dave DiCiani, our manager's arms. We just took him straight out.
That's like a linebacker trying to take down Derrick Henry.
This kid had he was more Ricky Williams vibes over Derrick Henry, I'd have to say.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, long story short, Peach Fest, here we are, playing the main stage. I don't know when this guy got on stage, but I'm sitting there playing, and I see him just pop up, start running towards the drums again. Like, I don't know what it is about Gator. He's just, like, attracts everything,
The magnet.
Yeah. He go after him, but none of them are girls. They're all dudes.
Right.
Anyway, he comes after. I pick up my bass, just cross-check him, and he kind of swings out wide, and then I do the whole, walk in after him with, my eyes, like, what are you gonna do? And he's going straight back, and security grabs him, and I assume handled him appropriately, and say that he probably regretted what he did. The funniest part about all this, I went back 2 days later for Oysterhead, and the same spot where I would stand, well, actually, I was close to the center, but I had assumed this guy crashed the stage. They should have security up front. There was the tiniest woman standing in front. At any point, I could have gone up and just fondled Trey in the nutsack with no one stopping me.
Yeah.
After I did that, Trey was like, man, that's not cool, but, it was
delicate. Or if he does that, Claypool is he cannot. Obviously, nobody wants somebody to jump on stage, but if you flip off Les Claypool, he'll stop a song and call you out.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
I should not have that information because I will use that poorly.
It's a thing. If you listen to recorded Primus shows, he'll just be like, this small penis individual thinks that he's at a Limp Bizkit show. He has a whole shtick.
I love that. And Trey at the time had his antler guitar, so he probably could have just
right.
Me, so.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's a scary thing. Have you guys seen the clip of Tool in the '90s where somebody came up, and Maynard puts him in a chokehold, a headlock,
so
and he
brutal.
sings the rest of the song, just holding. Maynard's like a black belt, I think he practices jiu-jitsu or some kind of martial art, and he just finished the song with him, and he was asked about it later, and he's like, I have 2 words for you, John Lennon, and it's like. Yeah, man. It's you don't know, man. I mean, you don't know what people's motivations are. I mean, the world is getting scarier where this is because not just musicians, but the Kansas City shooting just happened. I mean, it's scary, and you don't want to think of yourself as a target because you're on elevated surface. It's just as scary for the patrons there. But
Yeah.
And what, you know what I mean? It's yeah, it's like we joke about it, and it's at a festival. It's like somebody like with a head full of acid, like running up on stage, like shitting on the stage. It's like that's kind of funny in retrospect, but it's like, man, it's scary out there, dude.
Yeah, you don't know until it happens. It takes
yeah.
split second to go from normal somebody's, you know, strung out or whatever to like, whoa, this is.
When they start selling crossbows with raid sticks, that's going to be an issue.
Oh my god! I mean, do you guys ever like? Sometimes I'm at a festival and I'm just looking out and I'm like, this looks like some like early 1400s like European battleground. Like I remember we were at what's that place in West Virginia? I think it was like Resonate Festival. They used to have some festival. It's like a natural amphitheater. It's a big hill space. Did they used to have the All Good Festival there? It's in like
Marvin's Mountaintop. That's where we had Dome Fest.
You guys have had Dome Fest.
Until Resonate.
Yeah.
Right, yes, because there was a bunch of shit that went down there, right. Yeah. I remember one morning, like, just looking out. It was like a Tipper sunrise set, and just looking out, and it's like the cloud, like the fog rolling in over the hills, and I was like, this looks like the scene in Braveheart, where just like, and you just see like the Tipper fans marching towards the stage with their like banners, like their banner men, like they got like, you know, like they got like their faces are covered, they're wearing goggles. I was like, these motherfuckers are going to war. They are not going to a music set.
Well, right and then the DJs for the drop have to just be like, hold.
Yo, it's like the Battle of Helm's Deep.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Oh man, that's some good shit.
Yeah.
Stuff.
There's a lot of fucked up parallels, I guess, we can draw to music festivals and ancient war scenarios.
Yeah, I guess a lot of people at festivals lose their heads too.
Everyone's naked.
Yeah. That could be a good, like, you could do a good like a good ad or like a movie trailer to promote a festival, but you make it this dramatic war skate. Like, I don't, maybe that wouldn't go. Maybe people do that, but like, yeah, I don't want to do that.
Just take clips from Braveheart. And
exactly.
Turn it and put your festival on underneath.
Yeah.
Like the base to produce a festival.
Yeah. I love that. More movie directors producing festivals. Dude, everyone would get
M. Night
paid more.
Shyamalan fucking produces a festival. You never know when any band hits.
The ending of every set is gonna be like a twist. They're like, "Oh, hey, it wasn't really them." Like,
it's a different basis.
These guys were dead.
Take off
Michael Bay, all pyrotechnics.
Yeah, I like that. You guys should do that tonight.
Episode.
You guys should like have like Tanned is like playing and they're maybe just miming, and then the curtain pulls up and it's pigeons behind them.
We wanted to do we wanted to swap out our drummer Harley with Greg because they have like the same exact hair. To where like even then like quickly like one of them would like walk behind my turn and be like, "Oh, what's up, Harley?" and be like Greg or something. Yeah. It's like, "Oh, my bad."
The old switcheroo.
We first played Florida. I think it was the Social in no, it wasn't the Social. It was somewhere in Jacksonville somewhere, some random spot. And it was our first time playing. It was April 1st. We're like, hey, this is a good idea. We've never been here. No one knows us. We're promoting ourselves and need to put off a good impression. What if we all switch instruments and play horribly for a song?
Yeah.
And then say, oh, I'm running out of time. Fuck off. And just play a song, and hopefully not everyone leaves right away. So I was on rhythm guitar, lead vocals. Our light guy, Ronnie Redrock, was on lead guitar. Greg was on bass, Jeremy was on drums, and Dan was on lights. And we played, a short version of Couldn't We All? And the crowd was just like, all right, cool, we support you, but this is really bad. Is this what we thought we were? And then we could hear the audible, like, oh, thank God. And we're like, April Fools, this is not our instruments.
Yeah,
like, okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so we destroyed our career, and it was good.
Yeah, that's a big risk. I'm impressed that you guys went fully committed to the bit there.
Just gotta own it.
What can I say? Drugs are a hell of a drug.
Yeah, I agree. So you guys have what's been the best show on Florida tour so far?
That is tough to say because each one has had its unique epicness. Jannus was fucking awesome.
So Jannus, I keep here. I'm La Special's playing at Jannus with the Motet next month.
Yeah, Jannus was definitely my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I've heard great things.
Yeah.
So that's in St. Petersburg.
Really, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jannus for me was like super special because I mean I've grown up like literally doing like road trips across the state or whatever because it's like 4 hours from
cool.
where I live in Florida. I've seen a bunch of shows there.
Right.
And also we had a day off in St. Pete, which was really nice. Did the Dali Museum, and yeah, it was really fun. So if you have any time, it's a good place to be as well. And
yeah,
just so you have a heads up, we have 8 minutes and 10 seconds left because I haven't upgraded yet.
I know. It's so annoying.
Part of the reason I've kept this format without upgrading is because sometimes I actually don't have time, and I would just keep going. So
yeah,
we'll start wrapping up at some point.
It's keeping us on our toes.
Yes.
Well, that's dope. I'm stoked that you guys have linked up for all these shows. They look crazy to the point of overselling them.
Twice. It was a 280 cap, and we sold 600 tickets, I believe.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And the promoter's just fully aware of this, and he's just like,
well, I don't know
money.
If the promoter knew, but they're throwing it on the venue. They're saying the venue said we can sell 600. It's got to be posted somewhere that says 280, and people knew. It's been like a thing. Papadosio played there. Actually, the night we played Sanford, the next night we finished at like 10:45, and Cece went to Papadosio at Soundstage in Baltimore, and I FaceTimed with her. I got to watch some of the songs, and then afterwards I was talking to them, and I talked to Rob, and then I talked to Anthony, and I told him what happened at Underbelly. He's like, "Oh yeah, that's the worst fucking venue ever."
Wow! Shout out Underbelly.
Shout out Underbelly.
Wow. I mean, look, there's worse things for a show to be shut down about. People were talking like online. They were like, Pigeons just oversold. This Pigeons Hand or oversold too many tickets and they canceled it. Hey, it's better than all the other shit we've been talking about. That is grounds for canceling a show. You know.
No one got trampled to death that.
That's good too, man. Yeah, like we said, dude, that can be a dangerous situation. That's fortunate that it was just like somebody salty outside, hopefully, that called the fire marshal. Like that's who you call.
No.
Hey, I can't get in the show.
We got an early.
My dad's a fireman.
Went to a bar. Someone bought Jeremy mac and cheese dinner. It was like not all bad.
No. Yeah. After the show.
Yeah, we finished at like. I guess it was like 11. Honestly, the next day in Sanford was earlier. I guess because the curfew was just early because it was supposed to be an outdoor show. Got moved inside, so that was also packed as fuck. And then Culture Room. Let me tell you about that fucking shithole.
Culture Room. Am I playing there? I'm playing there. Fort Lauderdale. Motet. Shout out. March 22nd.
Yeah, the owner is a grade A class, 327 piece of shit. So.
Oh, good. What did he do? What did he do to my boys?
Everything wrong.
Okay.
He's just constantly drinking. I'm assuming he was also involved in the Pepsi products of sorts.
Yeah.
Their internet went out before set break, and at set break, he's like, "Can you guys wait till 10:30 because the internet's out on the whole block?" We finished like 9:53, and we're like, "We're not doing a half an hour set break."
It's because you were streaming the show and they needed the internet.
No, we just wanted to sell more alcohol. We're like, you've been running this since the 70s. You can't do cash and use the ledger. You have any knuckle busters in the back? Just chink chink. Like what's there are mirrors everywhere. They have a ridiculous amount of stupid lights. He came in after everyone had set up and said, "Oh, you can't do this. You have to do that." Manny said that one of the lights were way too hot and would have melted our lights, so he told the owner not to use them, and he knew the owner would, so he just physically unplugged them, and of course the owner used them. Luckily didn't melt our lights.
Melting lights.
Nice. Shout out to melting lights. Wow. Then when we got there was a 6x8 drum riser, and we can't set up on a 6.8, and we're like, "Oh well, we have an extra 2 feet back there behind all the lights that were buried." And Manny said before we started setting up, "Is there anything you need back here? Because you won't be able to access it." I'm like, "No, we're fine." And then when we said we needed the other 2-footer, they're like, "So you want us to get it from back there?" And it's like, "Yeah, it's on our fucking production advance already." Like what? Yeah. So we had a great time there. The first time I went, actually, this was for all those keeping up at home. I have been living the highness of life without any distortion with substances since August 7th. So I am clean, clear, and under control.
Congrats.
Now I'm just regular old crazy, not induced crazy. Right. But the first time I was there, I took a hit of acid from a fan out front before the show, and it went terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So don't do that.
Yeah.
And that's all the time we got left. Anyone want to announce anything? I got an album coming out April 26th.
What album? It's like a solo album?
Solo album?
No, Pigeons.
Oh, you guys' new album's dropping in April.
Yeah. I do have a solo show in Baltimore at the 8x10. Not a solo, it's with Schwa, my friend Owen. We do live looping. We used to use Ableton, now we're using an RC505 and just running everything.
Nice. I love my 505. Cool. I use that for like all my solo acoustic gigs. Just so good.
Great. That's great. Congrats, man. How about you, Jordan? You got when are we seeing Tan again? Are you guys at Resonate at Swanee?
We're not at Resonate. I think our next big like festival performance we're doing Soul Shine. I guess that's like the new summer camp.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, we'll be there too.
We're doing like I think one of like the pre-party days, and then I think we're playing another one today, something like that. I think we're gonna hit a few Midwest like on the way up there because it's like 20-hour drive for us.
Yeah.
Then after that, we're doing Lowlands in New Hampshire in June. So stoked to get back to the Northeast a little bit.
Yeah.
Northlands. Oh shit, did I say Lowlands?
Oh, we're
like a festival in like or something, right?
We're in Northlands too.
Northlands.
Daryl's got it under control in the van.
You know what day you're playing?
Literally, Daryl just tells me what to do. It's wait, Northlands or Lowlands? I'm all fucked up here. What day are we playing Northlands, Daryl? Thursday pre-party.
All right.
Oh, cool.
I think we're playing Friday, maybe Saturday. I'm not sure, but hopefully we'll see you.
I think I'm there with my band Escaper.
Sick.
Oh, nice.
We played last year. We did the Campgrounds like a silent disco. I believe we're gonna do. I don't think it's been announced yet. I don't know if I can announce it. Whatever. Fuck it. But also shout out Escaper. I don't know when this episode's gonna drop, but I'm playing Escaper with Escaper in the city this Saturday at the Iridium in Times Square.
Hell yeah.
But what I'm really stoked for is I'm going into the studio, in the Bunker studio, to record for the new album with John Davis. Not John Davis from Korn, but John Davis, the bassist with Nerve and Jojo Mayer, and he's an amazing bassist and engineer. So, so I'm super stoked about that. I'll holler at you guys in the Bass Buds group chat. I'm sure there'll be a lot of goodies to send you from the studio.
Yeah, super stoked about it. It's really coming together real nice.
The Bass Buds group chat is
remember,
wild.
No one must invite anyone who does not have an iPhone, because that'll ruin everything.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Well, I'm down with the anti-droid.
That green bullshit.
Yeah. No green text.
One more announcement I forgot. We are doing our impossible to name Pigeons Frasco Dog store. We went through so many different iterations. Yeah. Like, you know what? Pigeons Frasco Dogs. So
that's pretty. It's to the point. It's succinct.
Wild.
Exactly what it.
That's great. Well, cool.
Well, much love, guys.
Thanks, Jordan. My sweet little angel. Crush the rest of the tour, guys.
Hey, send me that recording.
Got you. I'll do it right now.